Protecting your family does not mean that you have to dress like a SWAT officer and carry 20 pounds of gear, unless it's your diaper bag. I'm a homeschool dad of 3, and this is what I carry every day. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Modern Protector, where we talk about the skills, the tools, and the mindset that you need to protect yourself and your family. Let's get right into my everyday carry as a dad of 3. I feel like that's way too high. I feel like a small child behind this desk. The first thing that I'll point out is what I wear. I work from home most of the time and I dress pretty casually. I really don't like to look like a tactical gun guy when I go out in public. So I wear graphic t-shirts. I honestly wear a lot of joggers and shorts. And occasionally I'll wear jeans, but it's rare that I wear pants with belt loops. The folks over at Arrowhead Tactical sent me these joggers to test out. And guys, I'll be honest, I've pretty much only worn something else when these are in the washing machine. These are definitely my favorite pants that I own, not just for concealed carry, but for everyday life. They have a belt system inside of them, so your concealed carry belt is completely hidden and it's just as solid as if you were carrying in jeans or tactical pants. So not only are these perfect for concealed carry, but they don't look like tactical joggers. They look like regular high quality joggers. They've got zipper pockets on each side so none of your crap falls out, and they have a zipper in the front. If you carry appendix, then you know why I'm so excited about that. So typically I wear a t-shirt, joggers, and shorts, pretty casual. So the boring stuff that everyone carries every day, my keys I laid down somewhere, I've got my wallet, I've got my iPhone. First cool thing is a pocket knife. Now this one is from Lothar Knives and it's really small and simplistic. It's got like a push button so you can just open it with gravity, or it's got like this little button that you can slide it open too. But I really like this knife just for everyday tasks. I've said several times on the channel before that I don't think a pocket knife is a good tool for self-defense. What? I know, knife guys hate me for it. I'm not saying that a knife is terrible for self-defense. I actually think a good concealable fixed blade can be a really good tool, but I think the chances of you actually getting to your pocket knife, getting it out, opening the blade, and being ready to fight with it in a deadly force encounter are pretty slim. But I do really like this knife just for everyday tasks. Use it all the time. All right, this one is one of the most important and underrated things in everyday carry, and that is pepper spray. And I know what you're thinking. Well, there's a gun laying on this table, so why in the world would you use pepper spray? Well, I'll tell you. Because a gun is a great tool for defending your life against a deadly threat. But not all threats are deadly threats. You could just be dealing with an aggressive drunk, an angry dog, or just someone who is not getting out of your face, and it's not justified to use your firearm. But pepper spray is a pretty low level of force, and it can be really effective in getting someone away from you or ending a fight pretty quickly. When you set someone's face on fire, can change their mind. The one that I carry is from Palm Pepper Spray. It fits right in my right pocket. It's there to grab really quickly and easily. And then they've got a little flip safety on top, so my kids are not gonna accidentally push the button. I'm really not a fan of the ones that like slide to the side because they can just be deployed really easily. So I really like the flip top design that you have to get your thumb in there in order to use it. I'll put my affiliate link for them in the description down below. If you are carrying a gun, you really need to be carrying pepper spray too. Next is a flashlight. The one that I am running right now is the Ace Beam UC20. I bet I've got a dozen everyday carry flashlights, and honestly I keep coming back to this one. I've been using it for several months now because I really like the way it's set up. I'll tell you what I mean. There's 2 reasons that I carry a flashlight. One is it can be a good self-defense tool, so if you have it on the brightest setting and you flash it in somebody's eyes in the dark, it can be really disorienting. It can give you a chance to get away or get to your gun or whatever you need to do. So I really like a flashlight that has a super bright setting that you can hit that button and blind someone really quickly. But most of the time when I need a flashlight every day, it's just when somebody dropped their water bottle under the car as we're going in and it's dark outside, or somebody dropped their pacifier under the seat of the car. It happens. So what I look for in an everyday carry flashlight is that bright setting for self-defense, but also like a quick button to push to have a dim task light for when the kids drop something, or If my car breaks down and I need a flashlight just to use, I don't always want to have that crazy bright blinding setting on. I want to have a dim flashlight that I can just use for everyday tasks. So that's really why I've stuck with this one. It's got this button on the back that you hit with your thumb, and when you push it down, it's got that brightest setting that is just insanely bright. And if you push it down another click, it's got a strobe setting if you're into that sort of thing. And then it's got this button on the front that you can set wherever you want it. So that one I've got set at the dimmest setting. So that's the one that I use just for everyday tasks. And then this is the one that I use for self-defense. I'm not an affiliate for them. I don't make a dime from talking about this light. It's just the one that I end up carrying every day. So I'll put the link for that one in the description too. Before we get to the gun and holster setup, let's talk about the trauma kit. So guys, this is something that is super, super important, honestly, whether you carry a gun or not, but especially if you carry a gun every day, then you need a trauma kit. Because if you do end up in a gunfight, even if you win the gunfight, there's no guarantee that you're not gonna be shot in the process. So a trauma kit helps you deal with life-threatening bleeding, like a gunshot wound, a stab wound, but it's also important for a car crash or a bad accident at the playground or a dog attack, which happened to my daughter a few years ago. A trauma kit is designed to deal with emergency bleeding. So it's not the same as like a standard cheap first aid kit that's got Band-Aids and sunscreen and peroxide. This has got a tourniquet, chest seals, quick clot, all of that good stuff in order to deal with life-threatening bleeding. So if you don't carry a small trauma kit on your body, which is definitely a good idea, I need to get like a pocket trauma kit, it's at least a good idea to have one in your car. This one is from Mountain Man Medical, and I'll put my affiliate link for this one in the description down below. All right, gun and holster setup. So the holster that I am running right now is from Eclipse Holsters. I've talked about them a ton on the channel. I think they make really good quality stuff. This is one that they made specifically for me with my logo on it, which is really cool that they do custom designs like that. But that's the one that I'm running right now. The gun that I'm running is a M&P Shield Plus Carry Comp Performance Center, which is a huge mouthful, which basically just means it's an M&P. It's an M&P shield with some bells and whistles. The Performance Center just means that it's got a better trigger than the standard shield, and then the compensator helps a little bit with recoil. I'll be honest, guys, I've shot the Shield Plus some, and then I've shot the Shield Plus Carry Comp, and it's not a huge difference. Like if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna get a carry comp because I can just shoot way faster and it's gonna make me a way better shooter, doesn't work like that.
Well, it don't work out that way.
Your skills with a handgun are so much more important than the gun that you carry, but I do really like the compensator. It helps a little bit. I notice a little bit of a difference, but this has been my everyday carry gun for several months now. It is a 13 round mag, and if I carry the bigger mag, it's actually 15 rounds, but it's a little bit slimmer than the Glock 19, which is what I carried for a long time. I've got kind of a budget red dot on it right now. I'm not gonna bash the company, but I'm not super satisfied with it. The battery life is not great. It keeps dying on me. So I'm looking at upgrading the red dot pretty soon. This gun took me quite a bit of time to get used to after transitioning from the Glock 19, but I'm getting there with it, and I do really like the ability to have something small when I'm, just running around in joggers with the kids, or I'm just running to the grocery store or running to the gym and I don't want to carry something really big. It's a nice like in between so that it's not a tiny little pocket gun, but it's big enough that I can get a full grip and get accurate shots on target. So that's what I carry every day as a dad of 3. Let me know in the comments, what am I forgetting and what am I missing? Let me know down below. If you gained value from this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And until next time, be alert, stand firm in your faith, be strong, be courageous, and let all that you do be done in love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.